Keta blurted out words that made Sugath's breath catch in his chest.
Lord Sakara has returned to Bolshak,
Keta said,
and he has the dagger.
Sugath blinked, his fatty lips slightly parted as he took in the report. So unexpected was this news that it took him a great deal of time to process the fact that Keta knew the dagger would be the focus of Sugath's interest.
How long has he known?
Sugath wondered.
I need to be more careful around this one. I have forgotten his resourcefulness.
Sugath let it go, for now.
Are you certain?
Keta nodded, not once letting his smile drop.
I want the dagger, immediately. And I don't care what you do to get it, or at what expense. Contact your friends in the Tugsagak and...
No,
Keta said, cutting Sugath off.
I will get you the dagger, of course. But we cannot make use of Tugsagak, or even let them become aware of your interest in it.
Sugath cocked his head to the side. Of course, they would use the Tugsagak. They were perfect for exactly this sort of thing.
Why?
Sugath began to ask, but again he was cut off abruptly.
Mulgra has granted Lord Sakara sanctuary, and he has been taken in by the Tugsagak.
Sugath snarled and slammed his fist down on his desk. He began to pant heavily and felt a pain in his chest. He looked down at the books spread out before him and swept them aside, sending them to the floor before heaving himself up to his feet, using both his chair and the corner of his desk to support his great weight. He took a step toward Keta and brought his face up within inches of the man's wolfish grin.
Get me that dagger, Keta. Find the way. I don't care how you go about it. And I don't even want to know what scheme put it in your hand. You get it, and you bring it to me. I will not accept failure.
I can do that,
Keta said in a quiet tone.
The matter of my payment, however.
See that this task is completed quickly.
Sugath said, laying a hand on Keta's shoulder and giving it a little squeeze.
And the payment will be enough that you never have to do my little errands again. You will be the envy of all who know you. Rich beyond your wildest dreams. A Garrick free to do with his life whatever whims strike your fancy.
Finally, Keta's smile faded.
And Lord Sakara?
Keta asked.
If I were you,
Sugath said in an even tone,
I would find a way to get the dagger that did not involve a direct confrontation with that human. He has put down 100 foes, far more dangerous than you would ever be.
Keta nodded, and then turned his head slightly to the side where Sugath's arm bridged the gap between them. He said nothing, but a little twitch in Keta's cheek revealed his disgust at the lumpy, oozing boils that led all the way up Sugath's arm to the massive goiter at his throat. He was far too timid to say anything about the sores, not to Sugath's face, but the revulsion was obvious. Sugath followed his gaze, looking at a seeping bubble on his forearm and then up to Keta's face. The two Garrick locked eyes, and Sugath spoke again.
If you succeed, my dear Keta, then all this goes away. Just think of how valuable that is to me, of how much it would mean to me to be a healthy Garrick as I was in my prime. That is what is at stake here, for me, understood?
Keta nodded.
And since you know of my interest in that dagger, in Inshallah, then I presume that clever little mind of yours knows a lot more than you have let on over the cycles. You know about my guest.